And tonight we'll be remembering a remarkable Yorkshire broadcaster.
Time for Jon and all the sport. Jon.
Thank you very much. Now, not a bad weekend, was it?
As former calendar presenter Jon Shires dies at the age of 71.
He was a class act. He was a gentleman. He was so clever. And my goodness, he was funny.
But we're going to end tonight's programme with some very sad news about a dear friend and for so long a colleague to many here at Calendar. Jon Shires, who's died at the age of 71.
Yes, Jon retired from Calendar just 5 years ago after an on-screen career spanning more than 3 decades. He died on Wednesday at St James's Hospital in Leeds with his family by his side. He'd been ill for some time.
His family, through us, say they'd like to thank Jimmy's for the incredible care and kindness they showed Jon and the family throughout his illness.
So, to end tonight's Calendar, Jon Hill has been looking back on Jon Shires' career.
Time for Jon and all the sport. Jon.
Thank you very much. Now, not a bad weekend, was it?
For the 32 years he worked for Yorkshire Television and ITV, Jon Shires was a familiar face. More than that, though, for viewers, he was a friend, invited into the corner of the living room, trusted to bring us all the day's news and sport, and the occasional surprise.
Yes, welcome again to Blackpool on the second day of the Conservative Party conference.
Jon had joined Yorkshire Television back in 1989, having honed his journalistic skills in local papers and radio. He was soon co-presenting the programme.
Hello, welcome to Calendar this Wednesday, the 20th of October.
His passion was sport.
I bet you wish you were out there rather than in here, don't you?
But Jon split his time covering that and news. His first major story in the region came shortly after he started, when he covered the Hillsborough disaster.
The fences at Anfield, currently draped with scarves and flowers in memory of the Hillsborough dead, are set to come down.
Jon was in Istanbul reporting for Calendar, covering Leeds United's UEFA Cup semi-final tie against Galatasaray in 2000, when 2 Leeds fans, Christopher Loftus and Kevin Spate, were killed by Turkish supporters.
The Turkish authorities have detained 1 man in connection with one of last night's murders.
Back home, he forged an on-screen presenting partnership with Gaynor Barnes. Gaynor never quite sure what mischief Jon had in store, for example, if it was a story about her pet hate, snakes.
He'd better keep him very close. I hate snakes. No, Jon, please don't. No. He was a class act. He was a gentleman. He was so clever. And my goodness, he was funny. I so appreciate that we worked together for 30 years. It's a long, long time, but he made it fun. He really did. And he will be so sorely missed by us all. He was such a character. He was unique. He was a Calendar legend.
The serious news and sportsman found himself set up by even more impish Calendar editors with a succession of madcap ideas and interviews which Jon carried off with a certain reluctant Yorkshire flair.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to Calendar.
How's your family, by the way?
They're very well,
Shirley?
very well. They'll be watching tonight, yes.
Shirley,
That's
lovely.
right.
And little Hannah and Emma.
Yeah.
He encouraged would-be reporters to follow their dreams. Don Riddell worked behind the scenes at Calendar. He's now a sports anchor at CNN.
In fact, I was talking about Jon literally this week as I watched England play in the World Cup in Atlanta. I loved his dry sense of humour and his many pearls of wisdom. He was somebody who took his work seriously, but I never thought he took himself too seriously.
Hello and welcome to Soccer Night Extra.
As a sports presenter covering multiple teams, Jon had to be scrupulously even-handed. It was only on his retirement that he revealed to viewers he was a huge Huddersfield Town fan. This the press box when the Terriers won promotion to the Premier League.
He was so passionate about Huddersfield Town, he swore blind that every referee in the country hated Huddersfield Town. He played cricket, he played golf, and whatever he did, he played with passion.
He was a massive Huddersfield fan, and he used to love coming down here, and he was part of the team. That sounds silly because usually the media are a little bit on the side, and that's where they should be. But John were part of it, and he always was, and he'd come in, and he'd even come into changing rooms at times, because that's the respect the players had for him.
To us here at Callander, John was a wonderful friend. To his family, he was the centre of their world. A loving husband to Shirley, devoted dad to Hannah and Emma, and to his little grandsons Barney and Joe, he was simply Grandpapa.